Everyone blamed Don while we're late in it. You know what? In the wise words of Mikel Arteta, let's fucking go, people. Yeah, let's fucking go. We got 3 arch nemesis of, or nemesis is if you. I don't know what the plural is for that term. But Don,
Nemesis.
What?
Nemesis.
How about ops? Let's call them ops.
We'll go with that, man. We'll go.
No. We got the top ops for Don. We got myself, because see this guy, yeah. Him and once has pissed me off, yeah. Then there's Kunle. Kunle don't let him escape with anything, not even his own breath. And then obviously Jay. Jay just hates Chelsea in it. And if you hate Chelsea, then Don hates you.
Hate for Chelsea. That you say I hate Chelsea. I say what's likable about Chelsea? Like what's so likable about?
What's likable about Spurs? What's likable about Spurs?
Oh man, come on, mates. You know,
I'm not gonna lie. Don is single-handedly making me hate Chelsea. I'm not gonna.
You know, I'm every week.
Like, you're doing it. You're single-handedly making me, bro. I've got love for Chelsea, bro.
From the first day I met you,
I used to like Chelsea.
Smell your. I couldn't.
There's
the
no
first
hate.
day I met you, I
hate,
smell your hate for Chelsea. Don't try to blame it on me, brother.
Bro, there's no hate for Chelsea, bro. I got love for Chelsea,
it's
bro.
like I've gone clear.
Got love for
I don't
Chelsea.
even care about them anymore.
Bro, I got love for Chelsea, but my hate goes for Manchester United. I cannot stand those guys. That's where the hate is. But since I've met you, Don, you're trying to sprinkle a little bit of Chelsea here in there, man. I'm just saying, when it comes to Chelsea, I say it how it is.
Yeah.
But you don't ever accept it. You don't ever accept it.
These Spurs fans,
That's it.
This is why I can't stand these Spurs fans, you know. Jay just said, I'm clear of them now. Brother, I've been in the mud for how long? What have you won during that period?
Not Spurs.
What have you won during that period, my bro?
Okay,
nothing.
Right. Listen, this
like your club's history, nothing.
Okay, John, listen, the thing is like I'd rather finish 8th and be crap than finish 12th and be crap and also not win anything. And like you're acting like
you
I've been winning. You don't win anything anyway.
Don, listen.
Don't tell me about winning. No.
Don, we're talking about the performance level of your club over the last 2 years, right? We don't need to talk about winning. Don't deflect.
We do.
You know what I mean?
Just talk about now, Jay. Don't take it even 2 years. Talk about right now.
Cabinet is empty thing. Let's just talk about Chelsea and where you're going to be. Because you're always talking about how great your side is, how good your side is, how you're performing, but the results aren't showing. You dare lose to Man United this week, Don. You dare
don't you dare, bro. This stream is gonna be lit, bro. Hey, invite all the man, Gunali, me, Jay, everybody go dead there waiting for you. Everybody.
Can I make a disclaimer quick here? I'm not around tomorrow night because I'm at the game. Don actually might be at the game as well, from what I heard. You might be.
We don't care. We want to see him. We want to see him on every account.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I have got a ticket there, yeah, but it's in the home end in a good seat.
No, I'm not doing that.
I'm just saying it is there. If you want to do it for Hamza, it's there for you, innit? And I can cancel it. I can cancel where it's not been sold yet. So if it hasn't.
I have to sit with the away fans, man. There's no way I'm sitting with you. Because me, I can't, bro.
Yeah, I hear it.
I'll get rushed, bro. I'll celebrate. And bro, I'm getting rushed. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not on that.
It wouldn't be hard to do that, would it?
Celebrate? Are you so man said he's gonna be celebrating, yeah?
I'm celebrating that, bro.
Because
United show on, man.
Mancunians will just be jumping on top of now.
Listen, let's obviously I know you're still in the League Cup and obviously the FA Cup hasn't started yet or anything. So like naturally, you know, you're in the trophies, but you lose to United. First of all, top 4, top 5 already looks very difficult for you. It looks very, very difficult for you because not only do you have to overcome, say, Spurs, United, Villa, Newcastle, you'll have to finish above 3 of those 4 to make Champions League. Okay, so let's look at it like this. If you lose to Man United, a Man United side that you have taken great delight in telling the panel is very crap for a number of weeks and months, you have done that. Yeah. Now, if you lose to this side, yeah, which to me is feasible. I think it's very feasible. If Chelsea won, I wouldn't be surprised. If United won, I wouldn't be surprised. 2 cheeks of the same ass. let's see who claps. My point is, Don, if you lose this game, are you officially Pochettino out? Are you? I know, right? Are you officially Pochettino out? Because every week you come on and talk about the underlying numbers.
What is going on
every
here?
week we talk about Chelsea are going to improve, how Chelsea are going to turn the corner. Lose this game, Don. I dare you. I dare you to lose this game.
Nah, don't you dare, Don.
Funny. Why are you so obsessed with Pochettino? You asked me this question last time. Would you be Pochettino out before Brighton? If we lose to Brighton, would you be Poch out? Yeah. And now you're asking me the same thing. It's not Poch out, bro. Yeah.
It's not Poch out.
No, it isn't. No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's not Poch out.
A lot, bro. Poch takes a lot.
Jay, you're asking the wrong question. Jay, you're asking the wrong question, bro. This is the question.
You try.
The right question is this: if those things that Jay just says happens,
yeah,
are you going to admit Kunle was right? That's the real question. Bro, because look. Okay, so let me remind you, because Jay, let me just give you some context here. I was told that I don't know ball for making this statement, and I'm going to answer. Let me see what you think. So I said Chelsea are a mess. Okay. They don't know their starting 11 yet. They don't know how a man like Poch can perform in with pressure, especially like he's not won anything of substance in his career. The owner still doesn't really know what he's doing, so they're a mess. So I made the suggestion that because of these things, and because there's so many ifs and buts with their team, them finishing in the top 6 finishing 6 is the highest position they can finish this season. I said they'll play some good football, take some good scalps against some big sides, but they won't be able to put together a consistent amount of games to finish in the top 4. Was that a crazy and wild statement to make? Was that wild?
Jay, this is what Kunle does, though. Kunle is a funny guy, because one week we'll play against Man City, yeah, we'll play well. He'll be like, Chelsea, man, they were very good today, man. They really impressed me today. And then Chelsea will lose the following week, and it's back to, I told you, Don. I told you this. I told you that. What it is with Kunle?
Let me
help him out here. You help him out here.
Hold on, Jay. Let me finish my point on Kunle, yeah? Kunle has made a lot of big statements, yeah? Now, the sort of statements that Kunle has made, you can only come back to me at the end of the season. You can't keep coming back to me weekly about was I right?
I can come back to you every week, bro. Because I'm giving you a chance to join me. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to give you a chance to join me.
You want me to be doom and gloom because you are negative and pessimistic about my club. You are negative and pessimistic about my club.
Can be.
You wish, no, exactly, no, because you wish the worst for my club, yeah? But
I don't wish anything for Chelsea. It's just the reality, bro.
And I wish the worst for your club. We're rivals, bro. But end of the day,
I think all three of us can say that here.
Like, Don, let me give you some respect here, because what I'll say is personally, it's difficult with Chelsea. It's difficult.
Were those wild statements though, Jay?
Were they wild claims? They weren't.
They're not wild statements, but come back at the end of the season. That's what I'm saying.
No, but the thing is it depends on when Kunle says it, because it depends on when Chelsea has spent 100 million on what player. So if Kunle makes the comment after you've just bought, I don't know, Caicedo, to you, Don, that statement sounds outlandish, because you just bought a £100 million midfielder and you're optimizing how that player is going to look in your team. So to you, what he's saying sounds wild, yeah? But in actuality, as soon as Caicedo comes into the team and you do not improve and you don't jump places, now his prediction of how you're going to do sounds accurate. So you can be right, but you can be right not just then. Chelsea have played well this season. It's funny, we're talking about Chelsea like this, and they won at the weekend. They won. I don't want to be shameless.
Bro, they're still 10th. That's why we're talking like
good win for Chelsea. When they were 2-1 up and they were playing with 10 men, I thought they were going to bottle it. I really thought they were going to leave that match not winning that game. And they won the game. Credit to them. You know, big win for them. Kudos. However, any praise of Chelsea is then stopped, period, at that point, because they are still 10th. They still spent £1 billion. They still struggle to know who their best team is. And they're still, not super convincing.
They've got captains sent off in back-to-back games. Who gets captains sent off in back-to-back games? Who does that?
Jay, you're spot on with what you say. I'm not coming on here begging for validation, saying, look how good we are and all of this.
Yeah,
no.
you are.
Where we are right now. Okay,
you are.
Jay, you've heard
every
me.
week you do that, Dave.
This is what I've got to do.
Don does this every week.
I've got to block out. This is what I'm saying. I've got to block out the noise from people like Kunle, people on Twitter and whatnot. Okay, Jay, you heard what I said before we played Brighton. I said, before we played Newcastle, I said it's not good enough where we are, and I said I hope the players are looking at the table and seeing where we are. It's unacceptable. But end of the day, I can't look at that game, right? I've seen us play better than what we did against Brighton, but end of the day, I can't keep talking about performances without results, bro. Yeah, you're spot on, nail on the head. So we got our 3 points. Yes, we're still in 10th, but end of the day, we're in November. If we beat Man United tomorrow, we're literally a point behind them. Do you get what I'm saying?
It's just.
Wait, are you still in 10th if you beat them?
You know everything you said then, Don.
That will be 8th.
This is the calmest I've seen. This is the calmest I've seen, Don, because of what Newcastle did the last time he was confident going into an away game. He's learned his lesson from last time. And
you know that.
I wasn't arrogant. No, that's what you're doing. No, Jay, I wasn't arrogant. I couldn't. Before
you were definitely a bit confident.
Before we played Newcastle, I said it's not going to be a straightforward game. What I said, is that Newcastle.
But you thought you were going to go St. James's and win, though? Yes or no?
Yes, I did, bro. Okay. Yes, I did. And let me explain why. Let me explain why. Newcastle had over 10 injuries. They had a deflated squad. And Kuku was training at the time, so I was expecting him to be on the bench, but he actually hasn't even made the bench the past 2 games since he's been back, right? And what I said to Jay Kunle, I said, listen, Newcastle, it don't matter who comes in, they're very well drilled. It can be their B team, it can be their C team, very similar to Brighton, how they play. They're very well drilled, so I'm not taking them lightly. But what I said is, I did say that, bro. Ask these lot. I said it to both of them. Yeah, and then Kunle, this is what I said. Kunle. I was like, look, we should have more quality than them overall because of their deflated squad, and I expect us to win because this is the best time to play Newcastle, and we bottled it. Bro.
But Newcastle are a better side than you.
They're more stable than us. They're more stable than us.
A better side, Don. Just accept that. Don't change the narrative. A better side. Just own that.
Yeah. At the beginning of the season, Newcastle, I got into it because I was pretty confident Spurs were going to finish above Newcastle. At this point in time, I would say coin toss, depending on who deals better with injuries. But Newcastle fully impressed me this season. Proper team. They're gonna be around for a while now. I think I've seen enough of Newcastle now to be like, okay. Same with Villa. Chelsea are the team that needs to worry themselves. Villa have been consistent for a year. Newcastle have been consistent for over a year. Chelsea have been consistently bad for a year. So at what point, Don, do we accept the new reality? And people in the comments be like, Spurs fan with chest and blah, blah, blah. No, bro, listen. But we finished 4th and 8th. Chelsea finished 3rd and 12th in the last 2 seasons. Neither of us won anything. So I'm not trying to big myself up or anything, but I'm saying I'd rather be in Spurs' position than Chelsea's.
100%. With Daniel Levy and all them man there, yeah?
Bro, what is Tom Bowley doing?
What's Bowley done?
What is Tom Bowley doing? It means that you think you can laugh at Daniel Levy. This is
where I have to bring you back to.
This is
wait. One sec. Yeah, calm. I'm doing a Nana impression right now. Yeah, don't do this. Yeah, this ain't about Tottenham versus Chelsea and fucking Todd Bowley and all this bullshit. Right now, Jay's right. Todd B ain't done shit compared to what my man's doing at the moment. He ain't proven nothing yet. So let's not even get into that conversation because it don't make no sense. It's like comparing Reece James to Trent. There's no basis yet.
Anyway, I'm talking about the ambition. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, right now,
he's got no ambition, bro.
You're talking about predictions for the future. We're talking about what's going on now.
He's already shown how ambitious he is.
Anyways, let me bring this back because you know what's funny, yeah? I came into the stream and I've done a little Arteta pressure, let's fucking go, yeah, and all this kind of stuff, yeah. You lot went straight into it. I didn't have to introduce you lot. I didn't have to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So as people can see, like nearly 15 minutes in, with 6 likes of 100, you man are slacking. There's 400 man of you in here, so you're slacking on that part. So make sure you smash the like button. Everyone that has done so at the moment, big up yourselves because obviously you lot are always the ones that are forever doing it. And I don't even have to require to ask. You just do it anyways. Other than that, we're going to be talking about Man United versus Chelsea, finally. We're going to be talking about Eric Ten Hag. Some people call him like Eric Netanyahu, whatever his name is, from that terrorist. Yeah, the terrorist guy.
I heard Eric Ten brain cells on Sunday.
So basically, we're talking about Ten Hag falling out with the players potentially. Now they're banning, Man United banning Samuel Luckhurst, Rob Dawson, etc. from the media.
He's banned them.
Well, he didn't ban them. Man United have banned them because they're publicizing stuff without them giving up. Oh, this is what Fabrizio said, right there. They're taking action against several media organizations, not for publishing stories we don't like, but for doing so without first contacting us to give it the opportunity to comment, challenge,
that's quite fair, to be fair. Like if I had a relationship with a news outlet and then they get a report that's like slanderous towards me, and I thought I had a positive relationship with them, I would expect them to run it by me and give me the ability to like give my own comments. So I guess they're basically calling out snake media, which is justified.
Yeah. And then obviously we're going to be talking about Arsenal versus Luton. They're playing later today, and I'm not going to give Arsenal any credit, but I think this is personally something worth talking about, because if Liverpool can go there and draw, anyone can go there and draw. I'll be so honest. On their day under the lights type situation, I would have put it past Luton to. Well, we'll talk about it anyways, and then obviously we'll talk about Man City. They got to go away to Aston Villa. Some nerves there. If you ain't watched our video from earlier, you can tell from Daps's response on that video that he's not exactly comfortable in this moment of time. And I don't think a lot of City fans are comfortable in this moment of time, especially
LB was jittery on the terrace yesterday, bro. I've never seen him like
that. I heard a woman.
She had him rattled. What's her name? Kate. Yeah, Kate. She had him rattled, bro. He even messaged me. I messaged him, bro. Are you rattled? He goes, bro, my head's gone.
She was on it.
Spinning,
she was
bro.
like, I don't care. I don't care if it's accusations. You lot are cheaters. I've been watching football for 40 years now.
Bro,
this is
I've never. Bro, he was like, but it's just allegations. Like, look, it's 115. Are you gonna tell me they're all wrong? Like, she was going in, bro.
Peggy Mitchell said it. That was Peggy Mitchell saying. I'm telling you, bro.
I said Peggy Mitchell. Where's she?
I was going for more Pat Butcher, but Peggy works too.
Yeah, she's proper Cockney, bro. Spurs, proper.
So, yeah. Let me do a couple of these. DJ says, Jay, you're way too loud for someone 8-1-ish, which is if you get back, I'll rerun that for DJ. And then big up Shaquille Thompson. If you don't, just go on the community page on Never a Foul. If you scroll down a little peach, then you'll find the email, etc., where you can get on the panel on a Sunday, especially. Anyways, even if you're a silver member, you have a chance. All you gotta do is email me. If you email me, but Shaquille obviously he's a gold member, so that means he can come in a WhatsApp group. You can, I don't know who you support, but you probably can absolutely annoy me. I'm in there. Quite a few others are in there as well. Weekends get a bit brazy in that chat, but yeah, man. And then obviously FPL codes all there if you need it, or anyone that wants to join. I don't know. I don't know if Ty's put a stop to that mid-season, but I don't mind allowing people, because like when you're top 10, man, I'm kind of comfy right now. You know what I mean? No matter who you bring in, I'm catching. Monsto, fake. I think he's taken top spot away from Ty. Ty's fuming. Yeah, DJ,
I'm livid, mate.
He said, Jay, you're way too Spanish. Yeah, there you go.
What's going on here? Jay, you're way too loud for someone that ain't one. See, that's what's happening. You're hurricaning me. What's gonna happen is in a year's time, when Spurs are cooking and everything's good, you're gonna be like, Jay, he was an oracle. He knew what he was talking about. He could see into the future. But right now, I'm Harry Kane at Tottenham. Wait till I move to Bayern. You'll all be praising me. You'll all be telling me how great.
No, but this is Jay, you're letting them distract you, bro. That's your issue. You're letting them distract you. This is all you need to do. Hone in on where Chelsea are right now. Don't let yourself distracted about anything else. Last year, just focus.
You know what my favorite button is on YouTube these days, bro? Favorite. All I do when people have these sort of statements, I just favorite the video and I'll come back to it. That's all it is. I'll come back to what you're saying, bro. Remember what you said? You would rather be Spurs than Chelsea right now. Is what you said.
Yeah. Had me come back yet? You've been seeing me all these weeks. Not 1 week and you brought me back.
We're still 10th, my brother. We're still 10th, my brother. Yeah, don't worry about that.
It's all jokes. It's all jokes.
Auto glass settings, bro.
I try not to be biased against Chelsea. It is hard. I don't give them much praise. Like, I think the comments will know. I don't give Chelsea much praise, but they haven't given me much to praise. Do you know what I mean? Like,
let's talk about Man United versus Chelsea then, because Don's obviously confident about coming to OT. I don't know where he's getting any sort of confidence from, considering last game was a bit squeaky bum time against a B team of Brighton. To be fair, I don't care, and all that kind of stuff. But no, you done well. No, Don, I can't lie, you done well. Enzo put in a shift. He put in a shift, but guess what? That means he ain't lasting 90 minutes next game.
Finally.
It only took him about nearly 50. What, I don't know how many games he played. 30
Oh,
games.
I forgot he didn't ball out the first game against Liverpool. I forgot he didn't ball out against Fulham.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
you know what? The thing is, we don't remember draws.
We didn't forget because we didn't see him. We didn't see him before.
I big up DJ for another super chat.
JB Carragher did though, because he made a whole monologue about him.
DJ, like I appreciate.
Let me read it out.
You supporting the channel. Do you know what I mean? The points you're making are disingenuous and foul, but I appreciate you supporting the channel.
It's foul, but this is never a foul, so it isn't. Jay, you need to win.
There we go. And on that note,
Jay, you need to win more than one Carabao Cup in 15 years before they're addressing Chelsea, United, Arsenal. Cool, but you need to know your damn place.
Yeah, that was a Abramovich era. This is a new era. This is the era of Chelsea with like satellite football clubs and investing in young players as like it's the stock market. And
man, they can't. And look, he's hoping. He can't even look at us because he don't believe it. He can't even look at us. He's looking.
It's a stream.
They're looking left and right, creating stories.
I know. It's like, yeah. It's all right, Tom. It's okay.
You crap me up, honestly.
But yeah, onto the Man United game. Obviously, I think Don has probably every right to look at Man United as small blood. I think most teams do, but guess what? The table don't lie. We're still there, innit? Even if you beat us, you're still not going above us. But I saw the last, I think it was 12 games between Man United and Chelsea. Man United at Old Trafford, I think Man United's got 4 wins. Chelsea got 2 wins. And a lot of them are actually draws, Don. So we could talk about Man United's worst periods, worst teams. You've had better teams. You still go there and draw. It's just a weird one. It's a bit like Tottenham and with Man City. It's a bit of a bogey kind of test, especially when we go to Stamford Bridge. It's the same kind of thing. Win there a couple times, you beat us there quite a few times, but then a lot of it's actually a draw. Somehow, some way, it ends up in a draw. But I think this is going to be a lot closer than you think. I just think tactics are out the window this game. I think it's just going to be shite. Like, honestly.
Do you think finally?
Hold on, Cass. I've heard you say this a few times. Why do you think that we're gonna play shit? I don't get where
this is going to play shit. No, because as much as Man United might get pumped and you talk about like shots in the box and everything, defenders still doing their jobs. And the last person I need to be worried about scoring goals is pretty much your club. Like when it comes to it compared to a Newcastle, and that's not me trying to disrespect it, but you know the situation.
That's the exact same thing, by the way. And we
I know, I hear that, but you're at home. This is away. Obviously, this is your second away leg. Bar Tottenham, and they had 9 men, but I think you grew into the game anyways. I think they play where they play kind of suits Chelsea a little bit because that means there's space in behind where Man United maybe don't do that as much, where it might frustrate you a little bit more. But the way I look at it is with Man United, like especially at home, we just turn everything. Just turn when you play against a big team, or City typically, or Liverpool maybe. It always turns into crap tactics go out the window, man. It depends who wants it more at the end of the day. It's a bit like last season. I'm not saying we're anything like last season because we're not, but it's the first player to get stuck in. And I've noticed when it comes to Chelsea, when a player gets stuck in, you man are not up for the game anymore. And especially when the game don't go your way, you're not up for the game as much. Maybe you've turned the corner. Bro, we've been saying that all season. It's not like I haven't praised Chelsea.
Give me a few exambles of that then, because I can only think of Newcastle, bro.
If Brighton had a stronger team on the weekend, they beat
If we had a stronger team, we beat them. I can say that.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
Your strong team.
I'm not going to do it. I think Nottingham Forest is a perfect example quite a while ago, yeah, when the game wasn't going your way. And then as soon as like they get into it and they start putting a bit of a physicality in it in the second half, you lot didn't really want it as much. And I'm thinking, and you can see the evidence of the drop-off. I think there's a certain drop-off between players. That's why I say with Chelsea, there's not...
Didn't want it against us either.
I think Gvardiol adds a lot of the physical aspect that they need at the back line, and he's a monster in my opinion, right?
Beast. Yeah.
He's a beast, but he's not suspect of having. He's had a bad game here, first game back. But I'm going to give that back team played loads of games.
Everyone played crap. Everyone played crap, bro.
What about Gallagher being out as well? Gallagher being out.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all.
So he thinks
obviously
quality. This is my part. This is my part with Chelsea, right? And this is why I think why Gallagher's played under Pochettino quite a lot, whether it's a bit deeper or a bit further, is because of the physical aspect of it, where he throws it. You just call him bully Gallagher and all that kind of stuff. And
who comes in for him, Don? Who comes in for him?
Let Casslan.
So I think when it comes to it, you're going to put Palmer in the 10. I know you're going to play Enzo and you're going to play Caicedo. And the thing is with that, on paper, technically, that is probably one of the best midfields I can think of. Enzo is very technical. Caicedo is extremely technical and physical, don't get me wrong. And then obviously you got Cole Palmer, who isn't afraid of a tackle. But at the same time, when I think who's going to be your runner in your midfield, no matter what team there is, someone always has some box-to-box physical quite like type of runner. I'm not saying it's easy to play against Man United because it is. You can bypass the midfield. But after the show against Newcastle, I expected some sort of discipline and whatnot, and not as much complacency, because I think it's when media starts getting to Man United a lot, especially in the Prem. The next game, Man United is just a weird team, and I don't think no one can write off that Man United are a weird team and also a lucky team. Like look at Tottenham, Papa Sarr, runner. If not Papa Sarr, there's Lo Celso for legs. If not, they might even use Basuma for it. Maybe not really as much, but they always got a runner there in the system. Arsenal got Declan Rice as their runner. Like even when he's been playing 8 recently, so he's been doing that job where I think they lacked at the start of the season. They missed that little bit. And that's why Jorginho's been playing there, and sometimes Havertz is now going there and thriving a little bit in a role recently. Trossard is a runner as well, by the way. He don't stop running. He's a hard worker. The whole point is let me land because I know you lot are gonna go off anyways. The whole point,
I'm not going next.
Yeah, the whole point I'm trying to make of it, without Gallagher in there, I think you lose a lot of your energy because I think Enzo gets tired quite quick as well. And then it's like, who you gonna bring on? Leslie? I don't really care about this dude. Unless the thing is, Lavia and Nkunku were there to actually have a lot of the game, I would be more worried. Like thinking like, oh crap, you know what? They can bring on this. Lavia's got. I'm pretty sure Caicedo could do the 8 and do the pressing thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lavia was there, but he's not there. So that's why I look at it like that a little bit. I think Man United on the way of playing, I think it might benefit us in the longer game rather than the short game. I think you're gonna have all the ball. But when it gets to 60th minute, if it's still 0-0, I'm going to be licking my lips, personally.
Listen, yeah. Look, I get what you're saying about Gallagher. We're definitely going to miss his energy on the pitch, yeah. But I think people are just undermining how much our players press overall, bro. Enzo presses.
I hear it. Yeah.
Caicedo presses, Palmer presses. And what I said to Staffy yesterday, yeah, I don't need mad presses against United because you lot aren't good on the ball. I don't need to press you off the park to get the ball off of you. Yeah,
I disagree.
Because you're not great in possession, and you're definitely not better than us in possession. Yeah, what I need is quality on that pitch. When it comes to the half spaces, I need someone like a Palmer to pick up the ball from Enzo and just get it on a half turn and slip it through to Sterling, slip it through to Mudryk, slip it through to Jackson without hesitation. Gallagher, bro, when I was watching him against Brighton, yeah, he kept going backwards, like I said on Rivals on Sunday. He's not as comfortable on the ball. As much as I can acknowledge that he's improved, and like I said, he deserves a new contract, he's not the guy to be playing week in, week out, especially against a team like Man United. Like I said, you lot right now, you're a big club, but you're not playing like a big club. Do you know what I mean? If it was like a Man City, for example, if it was like an Arsenal, for example, I'd say, yes, Gallagher's going to be a big miss because these guys are actually good on the ball, right? You guys aren't. I'm not nervous about Man United and the patterns that you lot play. Do you know what I mean? I'm looking at quality over the pitch, all over the pitch. I need quality all over the pitch, Cass. That's how I'm looking at it. And Palmer coming in, bro. You can see that he was a big miss against Brighton. I said to you in the group chat, yeah, the guy's our conductor. Yeah, it was very clear that we didn't have a conductor against Brighton in that first half. Obviously, he picked up a knock. Jay saw the game a little bit differently. I was saying, bro, I was saying Brighton.
I thought you played well.
I thought we played well in parts, but I thought Brighton controlled the game a lot more than us in that first half, yeah? And a big part of that was not having Cole Palmer. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I need quality all over the pitch, bro. Gallagher last year at Old Trafford, my God, I haven't seen... That was one of the worst performances I've seen of a Chelsea player.
Yeah. But Gallagher's a different... Like, let's be honest. Like, the thing is, I think you can't compare that Gallagher to this season's Gallagher.
I know, but the past 2 games he's been crap, bro. Against Newcastle, he was crap. I know everyone was bad against Newcastle.
Everyone was bad.
Even last game as well, he was bad. So I think people are just overdoing this Gallagher needs to play all the time gimmick, yeah, because he really doesn't. And this game, we don't need him as much as we would have needed him against Arsenal, for example, or like I said, against Man City. So I think we can still. I'm actually happy. I'm happy. I'm kind of happy that he's not there, in my opinion. I'll be real with you. In the 11th.
Captain, you're not happy. You're happy your captain's not.
It's time for a change, bro. I'm sorry. It's time for a change, bro.
You see what?
Before you respond, let me I just want to just a short stint, yeah. I just want to add context into situations, yeah.
Go on.
Chelsea have conceded 10 goals in the last 3 games, yeah. And even like that's a fact, yeah. Man United haven't in terms of Premier League. I can't really count Chelsea and everything else, but when it comes to Premier League, I'll go with that. You have scored, but at the same time, you have scored goals. You have scored 7. Actually, let me add it up properly. You have scored 8 goals.
Against City. Yeah.
4-3-1. 4-3. Yeah. So you scored also 8 goals. So I'm not going to knock it as well. You have been scoring goals. You have actually been quite clinical. Whether it's a penalty or not, it's still a penalty. You have to be clinical and score that penalty, right?
But they're giving up chances.
But the thing is, when Don said this, by the way, I'm just going to add what Don said. We don't need to press Man United. Now, Sky Sports people have said it. Loads of people have said this. What is the one weakness, right, when it comes to Manchester United? And I think this is easy as day. What first weakness is press them as high as possible. Not the ones that you don't have to press. I'm not saying you don't press, but I don't think I've seen Cole Palmer come off because he's knackered, because he drops off after 6
yards. Yeah, but he presses.
Oh, wait. Yeah. So even after that, even after Enzo, this is why I say the long game don't suit you more than Man United. As much as Man United might be shit in quality in terms of on the pitch and look a bit dysfunctioned, at least when it comes to Old Trafford, I've seen structure a little bit. While obviously since the Brentford game, there's been a little bit of structure. It won't suit you long term because
you weren't even terrible in the Brentford game, by the way.
But what I'm saying, Cass,
let me land this part because I want to bring Kunle in as well. Yeah.
I
hate to say it. Yeah. As much as Man United's been shit, we have. Bruno can be quite clutch at times. I know Rashford's not in great form, but even he can get a goal somewhere out of nothing, somehow, some way. You know, there will be this. There's a couple players there that can get you out something out of nothing because we've already seen it this season, right?
No,
you lot, you don't. That's what I'm trying to say.
And that's exactly why I need quality on the pitch, because I know that if Gallagher is in certain positions that I want a Palmer in, I've still got PTSD that is going to mess it up, because as much as he's improved already this season, I've seen him be in positions where he can, play it to a Jackson, for example, but it breaks down, or he can have a shot and he decides not to. Do you know what I'm saying? I would trust a Palmer more in that position. And I agree with you. I think it is really good to press high up against United, because you guys are easy to dispossess off the ball, But the point that I'm making is that the point that I'm making, is that we don't need Gallagher to win the ball back off of you. These lot are still good enough to win the ball off of you, because we all press, bro. All our players press. They're very good at pressing, bro.
So what happens if he gets out after 60th minute? Who are you bringing on? Leslie, Washington.
Nkunku should be back for this game.
Oh, we said that 3 games ago.
You're not bringing Nkunku in Old Trafford, bro.
Nkunku most likely be back.
Waiting for Nkunku like GTA 6,
No, to be fair, someone like Nkunku to come off the bench when he's had no games after his knee injury, I don't expect too much. Even if he play bad,
you're not nervous about
in the long run. Leslie, Chelsea, anyways, in the long run.
Nobody's scared of Leslie. Let him come to Nigeria first.
You're talking about physicality. You're talking about Nigeria first.
Nobody is scared of Leslie. That's fraud. That Greek.
You're talking about physicality, bro. He offers that physicality, bro. And I think Cass is overdoing this whole gassed out thing as well. We'll see how the game goes.
He's not overdoing it at all. He's just hitting you with the facts.
After 10 minutes against Brighton, they ran their socks off you. I've never seen. I would like to see some stats of Chelsea's kilometers, how much they ran in that game, because they ran their socks off, bro.
Brother. Like if this is the first time I watched soccer, like the Premier League, and I was from the States, obviously, because Todd Burley's encouraged me to watch Premier League now. I'd think watching this stream, I'd think Don's top of the league, like the confidence and the swagger this guy talks with sometimes. I don't know where it comes from, because if I'm a Man U fan, there's nothing to make me nervous about this fixture come tomorrow. There's nothing. These lot are still 10th. As bad as we are, we're still 5 points ahead of them. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy the amount of confidence you have, bro.
Is that how you judge football then, Is that how you judge football then?
I judge it based on many things, bro. Many things. Okay. And one of them is your inconsistency and your lack of being able to score. Yeah, you scored some goals recently. That's cool. But I'm still confident that if you're gonna miss a bag of chances, if Man U scored 2 goals at Old Trafford, that's game done, bro.
Look how many look how many goals
they scored 2 goals. It's game done.
As much as I've criticized our team, in terms of our finishing ability in front of goal. Look how many goals we've scored in our past few games. So for you to still say, I'm confident that you won't score any goals, to me that's just an agenda now.
I never said you're not going to score any goals.
You said you're confident. You said you're confident.
I said if Man U scored 2 goals, that's game over. That's what I said. I never mentioned Chelsea.
Okay, but if we score first, what then? If we score first, what then?
Might be I think
I'm asking
the game ends 2-1. 2-1 is the end of the game, because you lot to Manchester United.
Okay.
If they discuss like Kaz said, if they decide to make this game a bit of a scrap, it's long for you lot. You lot don't want to scrap. You don't. All teams need to beat Chelsea. All you need is a good 25 minutes, and you've won the game, bro. or you scored a couple goals. That's all you need. You don't need to be focused for 90 minutes. Arsenal, Brentford.
Give me some examples, yeah. Give me some examples.
Brentford. I just gave you 2. Arsenal and Brentford. We only needed to be good for 20 minutes. We only needed to be good for 20 minutes to get something out of the game.
Let's take it back.
That's what you're referring to. Newcastle, they had a good 20 minutes and they ended up 3-1. Game over. You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit, bro.
I'm sorry. You're saying.
I gave you 3 examples just then. Okay.
No. You said you literally just made a statement. You said that Chelsea don't want to scrap. Yeah. When we literally played you lot for 75 minutes, we played you off. We controlled that game. Yeah, we controlled that game. From the minute goal, you had Declan Rice kicking the ball off the pitch. You had Jorginho looking mad uncomfortable. You had Zinchenko coming off.
And when we wanted it, you lot wanted none of it. That's what happened. When we woke up for 20 minutes, you lot was shook for that whole 20-minute period. Shook. That's what I said. My statement was, you just need a good 20 minutes to get something from Chelsea. And that is the facts, bro.
Our downfall this season, has been dumb individual mistakes, If Sanchez doesn't, you want to talk about ifs. If Sanchez doesn't play that ball to Declan Rice, we win that game, in my opinion. We controlled the game, bro. You didn't have a shot on target, until at least 75 minutes into the game, right? So for you to try use that as an example is very disingenuous, bro, because that game, we wanted it more than you, because your fan base literally came out after.
Cool.
Lee was like, we didn't show up.
But Don, if I didn't say you need 20 minutes to beat a good 20 minutes to beat Chelsea, then what you're saying makes sense. But that's what I said. You need a good 20 minutes to get something out of a Chelsea game. You don't need to be focused for 90 minutes. Good 20 minutes, get in their faces, and you get something out of the game. I gave you 3 examples of that, bro. I don't know what you're debating. You're debating something completely different.
Nah, because you're talking like you lot did something special. I'm sorry, Sanchez.
We didn't do something special. We switched on for 20 minutes, and you lot wanted nothing of it, and we nearly won the game. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm not saying anything different.
Look at the Nottingham Forest game, Don. Look at the Aston Villa game. They only played well for 20 minutes, and they took all the points. Spurs played good for 20 minutes, were 1-0 up. If they hadn't have imploded, we don't know what would have happened. West Ham, they played good for 20 minutes, had a man sent off, were able to hold out. He has got a point, Don. Like the point he's making.
Now that point,
only need to turn up for 20 minutes against Chelsea to get a result against them this season. I think that's fair.
And I think it's fair to say,
hold on, Cass, before you come in,
if I can put Don on a bit of a pedestal, but at the same time, you could say, if any top team has been unlucky this season compared to any team, it has been Chelsea, bro. Because you go look at the chances created. No, hear me out. Because if it wasn't for Jackson, Astrid Jackson West, no. But when you think about it, look, as much as I can dry spell Chelsea, which have been
the agendas, man.
If you look
is that a thing now?
No, it is luck, because Man United
is a thing.
Luck is in football, and that's a fact. Yeah, whether you believe in luck or not, I'm not really meant to believe.
But it's never used to judge anything.
No. It's a thing. If you look at chances created from Chelsea, right? Like, as much as I don't want to do stats and stuff like that, bro, they are up there, but they don't have finishes. That's what brings me back to why I have confidence, why we can nick something or grab something, anyways. But at the same time, you can't knock Chelsea for.
Cass, can I ask you this question? Cass?
Wait. Chelsea have had spells where they've knocked it on the head, and they've gone flying. But I'm not saying they haven't done it enough.
That's a good point as well that you make, Cass, because that Forest game, you want to talk about 20 minutes or whatever, it was a dumb fart moment from Caicedo, Gallagher and Silva. Individual mistake again, the theme of our season, multiple individual mistakes. That game, Jackson literally missed an open goal. Against West Ham, what happened just before halftime? Enzo misses a penalty. Right, the game's completely differently. Again, what happened in the second half? How did they score? Again, stupid individual mistakes. We need to stop these individual mistakes. Against Newcastle, every single goal was down to a silly mistake. Look at Thiago Silva for that third goal Jolinton scored.
No, you're right. It's luck. That's why you're 10th. You're right, man. You're right. That's right. That's only because of luck.
That's the theme of our season. There's been a lot of individual mistakes at the back here, which are just unacceptable at this level. And we've been missing a lot of chances, though.
But every team has had players committing huge individual mistakes, and for me,
not as bad as us, not as bad as Chelsea. Not as bad as us.
At the end of the day, right? You've spent £1 billion to have the squad that you have, yeah. And that's one of the biggest things that I push back against Chelsea when Chelsea fans want to talk about injuries.
So you don't get
You know the irony is, OJ.
Fofana went down with it. Hold on, let me just.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up.
When Fofana went down with an ACL, you bought Dizazi. Yeah, you knew Reece James wasn't consistent with his injuries. You went and got Gusto. You had Kukureya. You brought Colwell back from loan. You had Badiashile. You were able to sell players. Yeah, Chabaloa can't even sniff the bench.
That's a Chabaloa.
But for most teams outside the top 6, Chabaloa will be a starter. Yeah,
Chabaloa.
I love it. Don't ever change his name from that, please.
So my point to you, Don, is you accumulated a squad, yeah, which allowed you to dream that you were capable of winning the league. It allowed your manager, who was my manager, your manager, who was my manager, who said that trophies build egos, went to your football club and said, impossible is nothing with Chelsea. Said, we can win anything. We can do anything. We can be what we want to be.
Preach, Jay, preach.
2 games later, he's talking about, well, the players are young and, they need time. And, it's my thing about your club is that you have the air of being a top side, but your identity is based on winning. Your whole identity of Chelsea Football Club is based on winning. Who are you if you don't win? We're about to find out.
Hey, facts. I hope. Hey, listen. I hope these man watch what you just said there. Innit? We need to get back to winning. We need to get back to winning. We ain't won at Old Trafford since Juan Mata, bro. Juan Mata, 2013. He played for us. That was the last time we won at Old Trafford. So listen, right now, how 10 years, my brother. Listen. Right now is the best time to play United. Yeah, every single year I was going about it. You lot, exactly. No. Let me finish. You lot are just so jammy. You've been our bogey team for so long. Let me talk about the time when Rashford scored that free kick. We were the better team in the cup. I think it was a cup.
That was against Cavallero.
That was on my birthday, bro. That was on my birthday. Yeah.
I guess what? When you scored on my birthday, the bicycle kick against Man City, that was my birthday.
It was long. Yeah. Last season at Stamford Bridge, what happens? Casemiro scores in the last second, bro. The last second of the game, yeah. He scores. Is
that the McTominay thing? McTominay where he tripped up or like Thiago Silva?
I can't remember. I actually can't remember.
He put our leg or something in a penalty. I think it was.
I've watched that game. I watched that goal back Casemiro scored and Kepa. My God. When people want to get onto Sanchez and that, yeah, for me he's not a world-class goalkeeper, yeah. But shot stopping, bro, I can't fault him. I cannot fault him. He's been solid. And against Brighton again, if it wasn't for him, if Kepa was in goal against Brighton, we lose that game. In my opinion, we lose that game. It'll be interesting, but I'm expecting us to beat United, man. Honestly, we have to beat them.
By the way,
after all them unlucky things.
Context, that game though, you want to talk about domination. We dominated you that game.
Yeah.
And then what happened? What happened at half time? We had to change our midfield.
You brought on Kovacic. He had a good spell for about 10, 15 minutes, and then we went back to dominating again. Because the thing is, I think I can't remember. One of your midfielders got a dumb yellow card and it made you change your game. I remember it. I remember that game vividly. Anthony missed like 2. Anthony had an amazing game. Sancho was the only one that had a stinker, bruv.
Yeah.
He was a lifetime, bro. Stinker of a lifetime. But we were playing ball. The thing is, I don't know. Look, I can't really call the Chelsea game too much, but I'm
gonna win, bro.
In terms of score. But I think I'm winning.
I think you're gonna win. The way you guys have explained it, the way you guys have explained this game, and you've broken it down, I'm like, without Gallagher, a lot of United's mistakes and issues come from the fact they can't play out from the back. Yeah. If you take away Chelsea's best presser and the guy who's committed the largest amount of turnovers in the attacking third out of any player in the Premier League, that is a huge loss against a side that can't play out from the back. Yeah. Chelsea's
a long day if you not go 1-0 down, Don. You know that, right?
That's what I'm saying. Chelsea's defense gives.
When was the last time you won a point from going to go down?
Burnley, we beat Burnley from a goal down.
I'm actually asking.
City from a goal down. There's been multiple games from a goal down, bro.
Was it an Arsenal goal down? No, it wasn't. Was it?
No, we scored first. We scored first. But Jay, I get what you're saying, yeah. But what you're doing is you're talking about us off the ball, but you're ignoring us on the ball. On the ball, we're way better than United, bro. And off the ball, like I've said, we are good at pressing.
Are you way better than United?
Way better. Way better than United. I can say that confidently.
I think we are better.
United are one of the worst teams.
The table says otherwise.
One of the worst
table
teams
says
to build up.
otherwise.
Yeah, let me reel it because this could go in Chelsea's favour from what I'm about to say now. Anyways, DJ, big up for another super chat, and I got Kingsley's super chats. Don't think I've forgotten. Why couldn't there just be a balanced convo about the game instead of just non-stop agenda? I think this is aimed at you two on the right side. It says, I hate it's quite boring. Just want to hear Don and Cass. Hey, you like my voice, DJ? What you said? Yeah.
Thanks for the super chat, DJ. Thanks for the super chat.
You should ask for your mum or something. Just
a good
just
point.
sending you money to the stream or something.
Kingsley, Chelsea's away form is better than the home form.
That's agree with.
That's probably that's definitely a fact. You do know Cucurella and James are back. I think that's a big, massive help for them. Cucurella, though, against us don't typically have a great record. Though I'll be real, but he's on form. Cucurella's like, you know what I'm saying, doing bits. Kingsley again, it says, and Kunku win a bench. I think we was explaining that. Big up for that super chat. But in the end, I see this game ending 2-2. And Kingsley's a massive Chelsea fan, always a keen super chat. King Deuce here says, big up, brothers. Just got off of work and I'm tuning in. I almost turned it off. The guy on the bottom right looks like just like a Nana.
That's look. Listen, first of all, Onana's
you look like that Nigerian keeper, Jay. That Nigerian keeper that came to.
Jay, you can't. You just hold that one, G. Just
stop. Let's try to explain himself.
I just worked 12 hours. I don't need the stress. Jay. I pick up King Deuce, but you're gonna come back in, yeah. But if Mons was here right now, big up Mons. He's doing bits right now in his world of things, but just hold it. My
thread's individual. Onana's a fat. That's just.
Bro, you go explain, Taya. You go explain.
Moderator, do your job.
No evidence.
Moderator, get his ass.
You go explain, Taya, bro.
According to this picture, Deuce is, I think, no, he's a black brother in the picture.
Is he a black brother in the picture?
Yeah.
That's not a thing.
He loves
Revenite FC as well. Kick him too.
Revenite,
do your job.
Revenite is a moderator. Revenite is the moderator, G.
Oh shit. Oh.
But anyways,
are running the asylum. Oh God.
What I'm going to quickly run as well is just a few minutes, and I think Don probably can spark this out as well because it is about Ten Hag. He is falling out of players. If it is to be true, to be fair, and if that is true, then I think this is again. Don said it himself. I hate to say it as a Man United fan, but if you're falling out of players, managers, they stop running at certain moments. Chelsea might get a lot of freedom because they want this guy gone because we know what this team is like. So if Ten Hag is falling down where he's called 10, what does Mons call him? 10 slaps or whatever he wants to call him. I can't remember. Don, you got every right, man. This guy is just not a good manager, bro.
And Old Trafford hasn't been a fortress this year, bro. Let's be real about it. You've lost a couple games there already. You know, your fan base right now, bro, as much as it's a big game, there's a lot of frustration within the fan base. Look at all the stuff that's coming out already this week. Apparently 50% of the dressing room, he's lost them. You know, you've got Matic coming out saying that hella players are always late every day and that. At Chelsea, we're a lot more professional.
No, he mentioned two players.
He mentioned Pogba and Sancho, yeah, but I'm pretty sure there was probably more players in it that he probably hasn't mentioned.
They said, by the way, £80,000 in late fines, not from them two players, but that's a lot. That's a lot for late.
That means that it's more than two. That means that it's more than two players.
More than two players.
So right now, yeah, what it is, there's a big dark cloud over United. Do you get it? So right now, yeah, as much as we're 10th, like Kunle said, you're right in saying that we're 10th. We need to beat them, and we must beat them. Yeah,
yes, that's why you must.
You're like you're wounded animal. You're literally a wounded animal right now, Cass. You're a wounded animal. I know you don't have Rashford, Bruno. You've got moment players. I'm sorry, you still got Haaland sitting on no goals. Yeah, you still got Bruno doing what Bruno does, grenade football, and Rashford, bro. The guy clearly doesn't want to play on the right because the other day against Newcastle, disgusting performance.
I don't know if he's going to get dropped, but I think I think he gets dropped. I think Anthony and Garnacho start with Haaland up front, and if you're going to go for anything, I liked what I saw against Galatasaray in terms of the front three. Like it wasn't exactly. I think Haaland wasn't even that fit, anyways. He just come back from whatever injury it was, and that. But I liked what I saw. Even Anthony coming off the bench, I know he's not the greatest cameos in the world in terms of that, but I liked what I saw in terms of just being confident, trying to do something. Do you know what I mean? But it's not enough. But I would like.
I'm not scared of Anthony.
Do you think we finally see Kobe and Amrabat in the pivot?
I want to shore up the midfield because there's a massive gap between midfield and attack, and also sometimes the defense, especially for the midfield, because the 2 8s push high. I want some security in there. I would like Amrabat and Kobe in there. I think Kobe can act as he can be a bit of a box to box. We've seen it before in pre-season as well. He can run that role. It's not like it's unknown. He done it next to Casemiro for a short time. I think he's a hybrid, a bit like Caicedo, can play 8, can play 6, does a similar job, you could say. I think Don, if you look at his attributes, so I wouldn't mind that. I would prefer that. I think McTominay needs to get dropped. He doesn't offer anything.
Too hotty. Too hotty.
Scott McTominay's a guy, bro. Scott McTominay's a guy. If you're defending a lead for the last 10 minutes or you need a goal, he's probably the perfect man to bring on because he's a unit. But that's it. I don't know, man. Look, I don't know how this man survived. He's living off 2 late goals against Brentford. That's
just top scorer. That's why he's surviving, bro. He's too hotty.
He is
hotty. Too hotty.
This is where my confidence against United comes from. You've literally just said Scott McTominay is their top goal scorer, and you want me to go there and say, it's gonna be a tough. No,
but okay. This is why.
Let me tell you something. Their heat map, if you go look at it, bro, it looks like eczema, bro. There's spots everywhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everyone runs through that pitch.
But this is what I'm saying. You must win. A draw is not even good enough because these lot have been playing so bad. You lot have been playing so good. They've been playing so bad, but yet they're still 5 points clear of you. So you have to win. The way you've been talking about them and disrespect, a draw is not good enough, bro.
They're 4 points ahead of us, bro.
By the way, you've conceded 5 more goals than us.
It says 5 here, 24 and 19. You're on 19, they're on 24.
We'll be a point behind you, Cass, innit? Wait, is that correct, bro?
No. If you beat us,
if you win, it'll be 2 points.
Hold on. Let me check, bro.
I'm looking at it right now. It's right there. Wait, look at
your screen. Come on.
Oh, yeah,
okay. It's right there on your screen, my brother. You don't need to look there. It's right on your screen, my brother.
It's right.
It's still calm.
Same you've been using to watch Chelsea all season. The same eyes that couldn't see that. Same eyes, bro.
Let me move it on a bit. I'm going to skip past the Arsenal part until the very end because I don't think it deserves a lot.
Nothing, you just say.
We're going to talk about Man City later tonight as much as obviously whatever happens at Arsenal. Because I just think I had a little bit of howl about Arsenal yesterday. I said they played terrible in it, and I didn't actually mean it in that context as a whole game. I just meant in terms of finishing, innit? I got hounded by the comments. So that's my bad, innit? Because they did play well. They should have been 5-6-0 up in the first half. Right. And I was praising a couple of players, and that wouldn't make sense. But Man City, I'm going to talk about it later tonight with Daps. He can go more in depth about how he feels, and it's got nothing to obviously to do with the Man United's Chelsea game. But do City fans have the right to kind of be worried potentially at this moment of time? Because I've never really heard this from City fans, really in general. They would say, this time this year, it don't matter. It's always the same, But even that said, they don't have a right to really, this time around because Rodri's out a lot more. He's had a red card. He's suspended. They don't really have that great. When you think of depth as well, right now, if City lose Aston Villa also go above them. And I can't remember last time I saw City in 4th personally. And then if Arsenal do win, which is more than likely, and Liverpool got Sheffield United away, they will go clear by 4 points, and that's someone that you probably don't in the long run. You can't knock, especially when it comes to the business end of the season. So that's another player in the table. And Arsenal will go, if they do, this is a big if because it's only an if, they would go 6 points clear.
I think for me, I think it's a reflection on City knowing that they're not where they need to be at the moment, but also a respect for Arsenal and acknowledging that Arsenal look dangerous as to as to whether or not they're going to win the league or not. That's a different thing. But I think City are now looking at them thinking, Arsenal, that Rice signing, losing Gundogan, Arsenal gaining Rice, you can kind of feel it. Obviously, they need De Bruyne back, but I think it's not, you can't just assume if you're a City fan that you're just going to click into gear, even though you can have a confidence based off the last few years. I think they've got a right to be worried. They played their rivals. They've not been able to beat them. They couldn't beat Spurs. They couldn't beat Chelsea. Couldn't beat Liverpool. Couldn't beat Arsenal. And I think they're entitled to be
Tottenham as well now.
If you want to say Tottenham, you can say Tottenham. I don't want to say.
No, because all I'm going to do is compare it to this time last season. They beat Arsenal.
They beat us last season. They beat
I think they beat Chelsea as well. And they beat Liverpool.
Yeah.
So they got a lot of games.
Liverpool beat them at this time last season.
No, at their gaff. At their gaff.
City beat Liverpool at home last season.
Remember, we got to think of it. They went to the Emirates. They've gone to now, obviously, they've had a few home games themselves. Obviously, Man United, that's the only one that they've turned over this time because we beat them last time out. So they beat us. So there's a bit of a plus in there.
But are we all going to ignore that after the Onana comment, Jay went off screen and came back with a different background and pressure? Are we going to ignore that? Okay, we'll ignno that. We'll pretend that didn't happen. Different background, fixed up the hair, everything, bro.
Just to show, I had to show the thread count in my hair. I had to show them.
Kill me.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm paranoid, man.
Kill me, bro.
I'm not paranoid.
For me, with City right now, they definitely need to be worried in it because for me, how it is right now, as much when Chelsea aren't winning, the next person I don't mind seeing winning stuff is City. You get everyone else is my ops. You lot are my ops up there. Arsenal, of course, Spurs. You lot are my pagans, yeah. But with City, bro, they need to fix up. But this year is different, bro.
They don't need to fix up or let them continue crashing.
Bro, they haven't got players like Mahrez. They haven't got guys like Gundogan. Do you know what I mean? Right now, they've replaced Gundogan with Cover. For me, that wasn't a good enough replacement because when it comes to the output, the guy's never been that guy. He's the guy that will get the ball in midfield and play it to someone else to get the GNA. Yeah, he will never be that go-to guy for goals or go-to guy for assists. Yeah, Matheus Nunes, he's someone that I rate him, but is he at that level right now to be taking City?
What is his actual position? What is that guy's actual position?
Oh, he's meant to be like a what in a pivot, and then sort of
I think the way I looked at it, I think Pep initially planned it to be Rodri, Matheus Nunes, and KDB. He's got a runner, he's got a Rodri, and then he's got a guy that just is inevitable
to play.
I think that was the original plan, and that can still be the original plan. Second half of the season, but you got more players in the mix this year in Liverpool. That's a new player. So
and then obviously, Mahrez. As much as Mahrez wouldn't start every game, you know that guy was inevitable in terms of assists and getting goals. Do you know what I mean? And clutch goals as well. So as much as I rate Doku and that, bro, when you look at their bench the other day, there was guys I don't know who these guys are. Hamza's been banging on about it since the summer, and people were getting on to him like, come on, you're Man City, but he's right, bro. Like, they have not strengthened right now. And in January, they need to go do a madness. They need to go do a madness.
Look. I hear what everyone is saying, but you will not find me inside this same trap. I'm not involved. First of all, Daps is the only Man City fan I know. Hamza doesn't count. And actually Nobbins as well. So I don't know. I don't know if Man City fans I get it. I don't know if Man City fans are distraught or worried or whatever. But I don't know if they necessarily should be because at the end of the day, they still have the best manager in the world and they are still the best team in the world. So they can draw from a lot of experience. And for me, I still believe no matter what, Pep will find a way to fix these issues second half of the season.
Yeah, that's one person. If you're gonna do that, then you got every right.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's one of them ones where I know it looks a bit messed up, but our manager go find a way. I don't know what the way is yet, but he go find a way, and he always does, bro.
When Pep finds a way, he uses his squad well. That's one thing about Pep. That's why people say Pep roulette, because you never know. One week you might have Foden pull out a 10 out of 10 performance. The next week he stops Mahrez. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, when you're looking at the options that he's got, bro, he hasn't got them man no more. They're not there no more, bro. This is the reality of the situation. He's dealing with guys that aren't there anymore. So that is the big difference with Man City right now. So it'll be interesting to see what they do in January, innit? It'll be very interesting.
That's what I'm saying. I still think they do something in January as well.
Yeah, personally, I've predicted that they're going to draw against Aston Villa. You know what I mean? Because they're conceding a lot of goals right now. But I still think they're going to have a lot of quality to still score against them. But Watkins and that, bro, these lot are good in front of goal, man. I know Watkins ain't clinical, but they do create chances for him to get at least 2 goals here and there. Do you know what I'm saying? So Man City right now, man, they need to bolster that squad in January, man.
Well,
definitely.
If they're sensible, Gvardiol will definitely be starting on the bench because nobody wants to see Moussa Diaby versus Gvardiol more than me. But I'm not allowed to have things that I want in life.
See it. I need it. I need it.
I don't.
No, Gvardiol. No, Gvardiol defensively.
Not at all.
As a left back, I don't rate him, to be honest.
Not at all. Not at all.
As a centre back, but not left.
Caucasian Upamecano on his best day is the best way I can describe him. Yeah, that's the best way I can describe him. And when you see it, you can never not see it. Like
wow.
Caucasian Upamecano. Wow.
Do not let Monty hold on that one. Do not let Monty hold on that one.
The thing is like the last season they were talking about Schlotterbeck at the same time. Who talks about Schlotterbeck anymore now for Dortmund? Nobody talks about him. Yeah, because he got exposed. Gvardiol is a great player on the ball. He's young. He's got tremendous upside, but not for me. Defensively, I don't see it yet. Like, I'm sure it can come.
He's been played out of position, though, isn't it? He's been played out of
position. He's a baller, but just as a left back, bro, it's just not.
It's the same way that I don't rate someone like Colwill the same level as Saliba. I see that he's not as good as him defensively. He just isn't. There's no way you can say Colwill played left back on it, but I look at the two players and I'm like, Colwill is just not as good of a defender as Saliba.
Yeah, but Jay, if you put Saliba at right back, I promise you, you're not going to see the same Saliba you're seeing at centre back, bro. That's completely different. I think
if you put Saliba at right back, I'd see him get done less than I see Colwill get done.
But you see him getting done more than what he does at centre back because the angles are completely different, bro. The angles
for sure. Different. But what's your point in regards to that, Don? I hear you, but what's your point in regards to that?
The point that I'm making is that Levi has been played out of position pretty much all season.
Are you saying he's a better defender than Saliba?
I'm not saying that. Saliba's going to grow. Saliba, for me, it could be a generational defender, isn't it? He's a baller.
100%. But at least you acknowledge that.
But what I'm saying, Jay, is that for you to kind of downplay Levi is a bit disingenuous again because he's been played out of position.
Wait, can I ask you, Don? Wait, before we do that, Don, what do you class as generational? By the way, just I need to hear.
For me, I think when you just look at a player, and there's only so many players like that come around in generations, if that makes sense. Saliba's one of them. Saliba's one of them. Like, there's a few players that come around every so often. I look at him and I'm like, this guy's good. So
what about Trent then?
Yeah, Trent's generation. I haven't said he isn't.
It's Reece James generational.
Yeah, I think it could be.
Mr. Man. No.
We're not doing the conversation. By the way, we're not doing that conversation. It's not generational.
Not today.
No, I love Trent.
You're lucky I wasn't on that stream the other day.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I have to do this. Yeah, Roms yesterday literally said that Trent is the best right back the Premier's seen. By the way, yeah, I
can't lie. He's got a very, very good case.
No, he doesn't. Not against Kyle Walker. No.
I hear it. For me, Walker's there. But guess what? It's a conversation. Look, Trent's got another 6-7 years. I'm not trying to do up conversations, by the way. It's another stream in it.
It's not a conversation yet, bro.
Yeah, no. But he's the fact is, he's 20. What is he? 24, 25? Yeah. In another 6 years, he might have another 100 GA. That's the crazy part about it. That's the crazy part.
Okay. Do you know what the craziest part about it though? Before Trent, we weren't even talking about GA when it comes to right back.
It doesn't matter when it comes to when it comes to modern football. When it comes to modern football and the modern player, it's a different conversation now. We don't really do up defensive fullbacks in this day and age. Anyways, look, it's not the point. The whole point is trying to catch up. Don said James could be. He could be, but he's not. So that means the whole Trent versus James situation is Trent then. So
but I'm only saying that because it's availability, bro.
But it is Trent. It's not a conversation. It is Trent. It's not a conversation. Don's begging it if he's trying to put him in that conversation.
This is the thing I want Don to understand.
Availability, bro. You get me?
And just pure Billy, anyways.
But Don, this is what my point is, and this is what I actually think Chelsea have an issue with this, is that there's lots of good players in world football. There's so many good players in world football now. And what we're talking about is the smallest margins between different players and the levels that they are. Yeah. So when you're saying Badiashile is great and Dizazi's great, and
why are we back at Chelsea? Why are we going back to Chelsea?
You're a good example because you buy the most players. So it's the best example to judge you on who you're bringing into your football club. And then I say, okay, none of them are better than Christensen or Rudiger. Do you see what I mean? So it's difficult to bring players in that are of a certain level, and then how you perform.
Wait, did Colwell sign a new contract?
Yeah, signed a new contract.
What an idiot, man. I can't lie. Badiashile is better player than him. And I think
he's our best defender. He's our best defender.
Yeah, Badiashile, yeah, he's young in it. I remember when we were linked to him when he was at Monaco as well, like a few years ago. Yeah, player. I can't lie. That guy, they got another Rudiger.
Yeah, he's decent.
They got another Rudiger.
A long way to go.
That's more composed. You know what, Don, you got a good player there. I'll be real. Very good player.
But I'm looking at it like, you know, when you look at a Gvardiol, and I'm looking at him like, would you say he's like, if you look at the rest of the Premier League, the top 6 left-sided centre backs, yeah. So you've got Lisandro, you've got Van der Ven, you've got Gabriel, you've got Badiashile, and that'll do. And Botman, yeah. So those 5/6.
Ain't Chelsea conceded 10 goals in 3 games?
I mean, can you put Ake maybe in that conversation?
Ake, I don't like Ake as much.
He's so underrated, man. Ake's so underrated.
Big time, man. He's a baller.
So I'm saying, in terms of currently, and I think Gvardiol will improve and stuff. How many of those centre backs would you take Gvardiol over?
Right now, I don't think there's enough.
Take him over Badiashile, bro. Definitely.
This guy's got an agenda, man. This guy's got.
You know what? I've seen more of Gvardiol in probably. To be fair, Badiashile's been doing it in the back 4, where Gvardiol's been doing it mainly in back 3s.
Haven't they conceded 10 goals in 3 games since he came back into the defense?
Not really. No,
he literally started against Newcastle. That was it. Before that, he didn't play. He wasn't. He played. He started against Blackburn, and then we beat them.
Okay, so 6 goals in 2 games. Okay, my bad.
Oh, yeah, so it's his fault, isn't it, that we've conceded this many goals? You see what I'm saying? Agenda.
I'm just asking a question, Don. Why are you getting sensitive?
I'm not getting sensitive. You're trying to draw him out. You're trying to draw him out.
Hey, Jay, they don't like your Gvardiol comments. What a bum slagging a 20-year-old.
Listen, the thing is, a lot of people haven't watched Gvardiol. Yeah, they've just seen the hype. Yeah, I watched him against Rangers in the Europa League a couple of years ago, and he got absolutely spun by Rangers. Yeah,
you did, but you're nitpicking there, G.
Okay, I saw him get spun by Argentina. I saw him get spun by Argentina.
No, but the whole team got spun by Argentina. I'm just saying,
what I'm trying to say is,
I seen Gvardiol against Dortmund. I seen Gvardiol in the Bundesliga, bro. You can't just nitpick one game because
Are you denying his quality, Jay? Is that what you're trying to do here? Are you denying his quality?
This season, he's just had a few bad games. Besides Ruben Diaz.
No, listen, I'm not. People are trying to be like,
in the summer, you weren't saying Van der Ven over Gvardiol. You weren't saying that, bro.
Me, I wasn't saying that. I wasn't saying that because I hadn't seen enough of Van der Ven.
I have. I liked him a lot, but even in his back 3,
I hadn't seen enough of Van der Ven to say he's better than Gvardiol. Yeah, but there was players like Tapsoba, Gvardiol, Todibo, Gvardiol. I think they're all kind of the same broad level.
Jay, can you acknowledge? Can you acknowledge that Gvardiol's been played out of position?
I look at the shameless comment. Man tries to take
come on. Books, you're reaching.
He's 21 years
Good try,
old.
Though. Good try. Big it up.
He's 21 years old, and I'm sure he's going to have an amazing career. Yeah, I'm not basing this off one game. What about Liverpool? What about the Chelsea game? Are people pretending that he wasn't sleeping on the second goal against Chelsea too? People are talking like I'm basing this against Spurs.
Is he not playing left back right now, though, Jay?
Okay, so does that mean he shouldn't be defending?
No, but you're judging him from like you're basing all your stats on him based on him in the left back rather than him as the left centre back.
Okay.
So that's why it's a little bit disingenuous. That's what I'm saying.
So to me, Gvardiol's played in a 3 a lot, yeah, and he's playing left back now, and he's a very good defender with a great profile that all the tacticos love. Personally, my eyes, yeah, his ability to defend in the Premier League, best league in the world, not there yet. That's me personally.
Yeah, that's why he's 21 and got a lot of room to grow. I think Gvardiol's up there. Like, if you're gonna say left-sided centre backs are a certain age of a certain bracket as well, Yeah, he's up for me. He's up there, man. I'll be honest. I liked him. I was hot when he got linked to City and Liverpool. I was annoyed, bro. That's the last place I wanted to see him. I didn't realize he was gonna play left back. Not really that.
Jay, if you said you hold your judgment on him until he's played a good run of games as a left centre back at City, then I'd be all right with that. But what you're saying is a little bit.
No, listen. But my point is, I wasn't rating. I didn't rate him before he joined. I didn't rate him at an £80 million price tag. I think that there's a lot of players, like you look at like a Delict or something, you get a lot of hype at a certain point in your career.
I never believed in a Delict in the first place. Anyway,
so you're talking about you never believed in Delict, but a couple of years ago when he's the hottest thing in the market at 19 years old, if you'd said Delict isn't on the level or Delict is rubbish, people might have turned and be like, "What you waffling?" So
Gvardiol. Well, the thing is, Gvardiol, Pep does this thing when he buys a young player. Typically, I've seen, or even has one like Foden, that he plays them in other positions first before he trusts them in the spine of a team.
Yeah.
Even Alvarez, he plays more left wing and all that mainly, really. Unless Haaland's actually out, he's not gonna. He doesn't even trust him. I don't think to lead the line at the moment. Even though we've seen Foden do the false nine, but he's not trying to run that at the moment. But look, it's no point having a continuous conversation. This could probably be going on for ages. We're going to talk about it later tonight, anyways. The last part I want to talk about is Arsenal's got Luton later on.
Make sure you know when we beat them 3-0.
Hey, brother. Hey,
hold on, my bro. You can have your take on your team. Your amazing Gooners, mighty Gooners, yeah. When we beat them 3-0, I got told that it's just Luton. Yeah, Liverpool couldn't beat them. United struggled. Make sure, blood.
Well, we didn't struggle. We just couldn't bury.
Anyway,
you're already in the make sure realm at Old Trafford, but we'll get to you later on. But yeah, I think it is a make sure. A routine victory today, I believe. I think we'll probably equal Chelsea's score 3-0. Away from home, we don't usually concede a lot of goals, except at the Bridge, which is a bit of an accident. Shit happens. But I see. I'm intrigued to see if Kai Havertz starts this game rather than Trossard. I'm intrigued to see.
Apparently, they're missing players as well, Luton. Some key ones, I think. I'm not too sure on that.
Yeah, but the key is I don't even know they're in. No, I don't know they're 11 to say them.
I hear it like Ross Barkley and all them, man. I know,
bro, I don't know they're. That's the only player I know that plays for Luton. Ross Barkley, bro. I don't know any of them.
Yeah, Ted Mengi's having a decent season as well for them.
Them man.
It's funny as maybe
Doty is pretty good as well.
Yeah, I like the left wing back. The left wing back. I'm a fan.
He's sick.
I believe you.
He's not playing, by the way. He's out. He's out at the moment. I'm just saying, look,
Nakamba. I need Nakamba to turn up, bruv. In that
midfield. Is quite good.
Nakamba, the guy that was at Aston Villa, bro.
Yeah, Aston Villa, Nakamba, marvelous. Nakamba. Right wing back. He's been quite decent as well. He come from City's academy as well. I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to say Arsenal won't win, but I don't think this is going to be as high scoring game as people might think. Luton.
I think 2-3-0, bro.
No, I don't think so. I think it's going to be closer than that. I think it's going to be a close scoreline. Like, I think they get a goal, maybe. It might be 2-1, 1-0 type situation. It's because I think Luton have proved a lot of people wrong. I'll be honest. Like they kept a lot of scores down. Luton, bro. Look, bro, we all said
they prove wrong.
They've been proving loads
They're
of
getting relegated, bro. I don't understand. Which wrong? They're getting relegated this year. Which wrong did they prove?
2 more points than Everton. They got 2 more points than Burnley, and they got 4 more points.
Everton have lost 10 points, my brother. They got deducted 10 points. Don't involve them in that.
It doesn't matter. I'm not joking. At the start of the season, we all thought they're going to be dead last year. I'm just saying you can't knock them. I don't think you can underrate.
No, but you said they proved people wrong. Which people did they prove wrong?
They're proving people wrong. They went. Okay. What were they? They should have won against West Ham. Yeah, they got done by a VAR result. VAR. They went to Nottingham Forest. Was it Forest? I think Forest, and they came back 2-2. They went to Everton and beat Everton, by the way, at their gaff. They drew against Liverpool, and they got really unlucky, I think, in that situation. I'm just saying, when it comes to that tight pitch, tight crowd and everything, one thing you should not be doing is underestimating these type of teams in certain situations.
For sure, I agree with that. Don't underestimate them.
Tight pitch kind of reminds me of Palace's with the crowd, as tight as it is. It's a factor, bro. I'm not saying Arsenal won't be up for it. I'm just saying don't underestimate them at the same time.
Okay, no, I agree with that. But the whole proving proving people wrong. I don't agree,
Well, I
man.
thought they were gonna do worse. By the
Luton
way,
are as trash as I thought they'd be.
I thought they were going to be worse than that Derby County team that finished with what? How many points?
Okay, fair enough.
When we played them
watched them,
with
they're
10 men,
decent,
when we had a man sent off against them, we were holding on for our lives.
Struggling!
Bro, we were holding on
Struggling!
This is
Bro,
true. Now the crowd will be on it. The crowd will be on it.
Literally just after
Did
the
you
second
beat them
half,
at their ground, Don, or was it away?
No, it was at home. It was at home. But we were clinical though that game. We were very clinical. That's where the difference was. But overall, the performance, bro, it wasn't great.
Wait. Can I ask a question? Is it at Luton or Arsenal?
It's away.
Yeah. I was gonna say if it's at Arsenal, yeah, you're wiping the floor with them. But I'm just saying, no, at Luton,
there's a chance. There is a chance.
There is a
100%. But we shouldn't be struggling against Luton.
Before I wrap it, who would you like to start?
I think I'd like to start with the same team that started against
rotation.
Wolves,
not game to give a couple.
Yeah, the only rotation you may be throwing is Ben White for Tomiyasu because we're not sure if he's back to 100%. I like the Havertz cameo role last 20-30 minutes. I prefer that situation. His confidence is high, so maybe he comes on and nicks another goal as well.
Maybe Martinelli taking a seat because he's not scoring as much. Maybe like Trossard's better against low blocks.
No, Martin had a crazy game against Wolves, though. I'll be honest, he was killing it.
He had a good game. I was just wondering against a low block.
The fact is, we saw a lot of in the Premier League. We saw the most fluent Arsenal we have this season with that lineup. So we might as well start again, man. If not for Zinchenko, we'll probably get a different reaction from majority of rival fans. But Zinchenko did have that brain fart, and it is what it is.
Well, by the way, there's we're not even on 250 likes, like 6 away, so you ain't done it. I ain't even asked the whole stream. I asked once, was it done? Once, Jay, something like that? Once? I asked once for likes. Come on, people, man. Don't be lazy, man. It's meant to be.
Wait, how many we got right now?
245.
That's crazy. Not bad, but we should get 300.
Come on, people, man. I've been seeing the chat
stream, you know.
In it, the chat's been booming off.
It's been fluid.
Come on,
in it, man. I've even had a saucy honey watching me, you know what I'm saying, as well.
I would have done my hair, man. I would have done my hair.
My brother, you know.
I was wondering what's going on there, Kaz, man. Doing the LL Cool J all streaming that.
Man. I was about to say that lip's going to be bruised by the amount of time he's been fighting.
Man said sweet honey, yeah. Hey, my brother, you know.
Look at his face. Look at his face expression since he said it. He's like,
He's blushing.
To be fair, I was just doing that for reaction. I didn't do that. I always bite my lips, anyways. Not like that though. I just don't like dry up lips. Like certain man, anyways. Yeah, I don't know about you, man, but my lips are never dry.
Yeah, a little bit.
And man's watching me bite man's lip like, you're a weird guy, like. But anyways, yeah, we're out, man. Big up. This is a funny. Nemesis. This is the Nemesis panel. I'll be real.
Note to self: they don't like you talking negatively about Gvardiol. I'll make it note for next time.
There's no wonder. I haven't been calm today. Actually, no.
You have been very calm today. It makes sense.
Even me, like even I've told her, like, don't be. If you see me, don't. My voice will go high. I'll start raging. Like, here's what it is. Who this mic? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, in a bit.